So we're trying an experiment today. We're breaking out the old Order Heretics Strike Force list and combining it with the PDF. So the existing White Dwarf Sisters of Battles basically get Stubborn for all units and drop pods. So I've got a unit of Sisters with 2 Melt-A-Guns and a drop pod, another sister unit with 2 Melt-A-Guns and a drop pod, a unit of Seraphim with Saint Celestine, another unit of Sisters with Flamer, Heavy Bolter, and a drop pod, 1 Retributor squad with an Archconfessor and 4 Heavy Flamers, and then 2 Deathwing drop pods with Exorcist missile launchers, and the Retributors are missing their drop pod since this is all just a giant blob of proxy. So here's a rough overview of the table. We got Dawn of War deployment. My opponent's Chaos list is going to deploy first and go first. So what you got over here, Chief?
3 Rhinos with 5-man Plague Marine squads, 1 Melda squad, and 2 Plasma squads. Lord on a bike with the Black Mace. 4 of whatever the hell these guys are called.
Spawn.
Spawn. And some cultists off to the side with a Helldrake.
Oh, alright, so the
All
cultists.
reserve.
Alrighty. Okay, end of Order Heretics Strike Force turn 1. 2 Deathwings came down over here. The 1 Deathwing shot the other Deathwing and blew it up. 1 Sisters unit came down back there. The Heavy Bolter snap fired and took a hull point off of that Rhino. This Deathwing shot up a whole bunch of units. He made saves, or I didn't do anything, but I did destroy 1 Rhino and myself. So I'm actually down on points at the moment. So end of Chaos turn 2. The Cultists and the Helldrake came on. The Helldrake came on, flamed the bejesus out of the Sisters unit and killed 6 of them. The autocannon squad shot into him and killed a couple more. The Rhino with the Melt-A-Guns moved up. The other Rhino with the Plasma moved up and flat-outed. This unit plasma'd the Deathwing drop pod to death. The Lord and his spawn moved up, and the Cultists came on over there and ran. So if you could have eliminated 2 Sisters and a drop pod, the game would be over. But I'm going to start turn 2 for Sisters here in just a minute. End of Sisters turn 2. The Seraphim tried to deep strike right there in front of the Cultists, deviated into him, mishapped, and were placed all the way back here in the corner, but they survived all of their difficult terrain tests. All of my reserves came in, so the Retributors dropped there, got their Act of Faith off, flamed down 2 spawn, didn't kill anybody else. This sister unit landed here, Melt-A-Gunned the Rhino and blew it up. The Sisters landed here, Melt-A-Gunned the Rhino, blew it up. We storm-boltered people and did nothing. And that's the end of Sisters turn 2. Bottom of Chaos turn 3. The Helldrake once again flamed the bejesus out of a Sisters unit, killed a bunch of them. These guys jumped out, engaged those Sisters after they got burned, and killed 1 in hand-to-hand, but they held. Those 2 Sisters are still hunked down in the wreck. These guys charged in, and did they kill one of those guys? It wasn't too bloody there, and they held. The Havoc squad is still here. The Cultists charged the Retributors with the 4 Heavy Flamers and lost 10 to Overwatch. The Lord challenged the Archconfessor and is tied up, did 1 wound on him after some really good rolls and then some massive saves. And the Veteran Sister out of the Retributor squad got challenged by the Champion out of the other unit, and they're still locked down. The rest of the Retributors all died a horrible death. And we'll do the start of Sisters turn 3. So end of Chaos turn 4. The Seraphim squad got flamed and vector striked and managed to roll 6s like a boss. Lost one whole model. The veteran sister fighting in the challenge over here finally got killed, and they all consolidated up a little ways. This unit lost one and failed their stubborn roll and fell back. She lost her companion and still held. The Havocs rallied and moved up and then were ineffective in shooting. So start of turns for Sisters. So end of Sisters turn 4. We shot with the storm bolters from the drop pods and basically did nothing this turn. The lone sister there finally died. That unit moved over. We melt-a-gunned, boltered, and flamered that other Death Guard unit down to one guy. St. Celestine and the Seraphim are still motoring along, but still have not participated at all in the fight. And we still have this blob over here. So we'll see what happens here in a little bit. We're about to start Chaos turn 5. So end of Chaos turn 5. The Havoc's shot didn't do much. These two sisters managed to bounce plasma and bolter fire and stay alive. This unit, after shooting up and charging the sisters that were left there, killed them all off. The Lord and the Spawn charged over the hill and got into St. Celestine and the Seraphim. They killed off one Spawn. There was apparently a slap fight between St. Celestine and the Lord, and 2 Seraphim died. The Helldrake didn't get to flame anybody this turn, yay, and that's about it. So we'll see if the drop pods can wreak havoc here in a minute. Okay, so the game ended. Bottom of turn 5. The Havocs are still alive. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4 drop pods that are up and running. One's dead. I do have Line Breaker with that one. I did get first blood by killing one of the rhinos. I have 1 sister left there, all piled up in the bunch there. I still have St. Celestine and 1 Seraphim left. And we added it up, and I had 3 kill points for the 3 rhinos. 1 for Line Breaker and 1 for first blood. So I have 5, and he killed 6 of mine with the 2 drop pods, which I killed one of them for him. And 2 whole sisters units made 4, and then the Retributor squad was 5, and the other character was 6. So sisters lose by 1, Chaos wins by 1. Even though it looks like Chaos has won the day, it's closer than it appears.